All right, I've pretty well come to the realization that I'm probably not going to get more time to work on this grill right now. But I got to get it secure so that it can stay on here and not vibrate loose. And you're going to say, what is this thing? Well, the problem is, see, the only thing supporting it is the top. And I'm afraid that the vibration from the weight of these two heavy cast aluminum pieces are going to make her go down and get smushed. So that's what we're going to work on right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. This is Freddy the Fiat, the 1450, which seems to continuously need more love to be, you know, one step closer to perfect. And we got our grill piece together, which really looks snazzy. It's got a few more things it needs done, like this needs hammered out a little bit to match the body. We need to grind this up smooth and clean it up. Needs a lot more body work. But overall, you know, she's night and day better than it was. But what I'm working on now is the bottom had originally some braces. And I got to make those happen because they're non-existent. And when you look at the parts book, well, let me back up. For a long time, me not knowing anything, I thought that these holes lined up with, can you see? How could I get you to see? Anyway, down there on this piece that this is mounted to, there's a couple holes. Well, they don't match up. And that's not even the holes you need. Although it might be the holes I'm going to use, I don't know yet. The holes that these bolted in, there was a little bracket that went all the way back to the bolts that did like hold this piece on. And that's dandy. It had a hole in it for up here, but then it had like a slot made in it for all those. And I'm sure that's why a lot of them are missing. That probably wore out and broke, and that was the end of that. So what to do, friends? Well, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take this all back apart, unfortunately, I think. I wish I didn't have to do that thing. I might have to investigate whether a guy could like lay on the ground and get around behind it. But what we gotta do is we gotta get that brace made and then, you know, bend one up to go to here. Boy, that's way back there, isn't it? That makes me question. No, it's not way back there, it's right here. Okay, so basically the only way that that's gonna work, I think, is if I take this all the way back loose. And then what's gonna happen is we're not gonna know how far we have to make this to make it tight. That's why they made it slotted on the original, because they probably didn't want to do that kind of complex mathematicals. It just would be so easy if it would just work nice, but it's not gonna. But we can make her go. I think what I will do is just pretend, you know? Pretend I know what I'm doing. In order to take this back off the way that I have engineered it, because this is not quite the original, I'm gonna take this top piece out, and then I can get back to the back, because I don't think I could get my hand in there good enough. Maybe I could go like underneath. Could I go that way? I don't think I got enough arm span to do that, because it's way up there. It would be nice to not have to take it all the way loose again, but I just don't know. Huh. Yeah, it's a frustrating affair, is what I'm saying. So I guess I'll pull these out, and then I will get the main piece off, and then we'll get to where we need to be. We'll try to fabricate our brackets as close as we can, and then figure out what our plan is to try to make the final tweaks, because I have no idea how that's going to work. I don't know how I'm going to be able to make it tight where it holds the grill tight against there. I don't know. But let's one step at a time, you know. See, I got haymaking on my mind, and what I'm thinking is that Freddy here is going to be doing some hay rake action. And so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And if I wasn't, you know, a very slow learner, I would probably put the one that I can't get to and do this. Wouldn't that make more sense? It would. But like I said, my brain is 2 sizes too small. So now we're going to do that to the other side. Okay, now we got to try to get these loose, and I don't remember how I did that. Did I put this under there like this? Did I come from underneath? I think I came from underneath. I see the battery has slid over. See, that's another thing. There should probably be something in the battery still, which we have never. It would also be cool if there was some type of screen so that all the trash didn't get sucked in here. But I don't see how that's going to happen, because as you can see, I need access to all these places to get the stuff and the things. But we're slowly learning. Sure. Oh, don't do that. I'm terrified of destroying this piece, because this is not replaceable. I mean, you would have easier time finding a unicorn than you would find another one of these, because I looked all over and just happened to luck into this one. So yeah, we want to be extra super careful with that. So we'll lay it in front of the wheel, you know, where it'll be safe, right? Now, ooh, I wonder if I could reach it from there. I can get pretty good access through here. That might be how we do our final fit and finish on that. Or do I bend up the brackets now? Okay, my whole, geez, I don't know. All right, what can we accomplish here? Well, we can find out that our 17 millimeter wrench is a piece of garbage. We can find that out. That's kind of unfortunate. Come on now, participate. That's tight. There. Okay, here's what I came up with. Some little adjustable brackets, and just by the initial look, it's going to be better to go underneath than on top, because that's going to put us closer to where we need to be. So I'm thinking right on top of that nut like that, and we'll put another nut and bolt this on, and then we are going to see how it lines up. We may have to trim off the edge of this more better so that it can get right up against there. I don't know, but this is where we'll start. Again, this is some type of scrap metal that I had laying around, and it was appealing because it already had a hole in one end. Actually, in both ends. It was a piece of metal that had holes every so often. And I can see already we're gonna have to do some trimming on this one. This ain't right. Silly me thinking that it would just be fine. All right. Yeah, well, this one here, I think would line up pretty decently. Oh, boys, I don't know. I think that one would go. Probably actually should have one more hole in it. Back farther. How's this one? Well, all right, so this one needs the end shaved off, and I think it would probably go. This one almost acts like it needs another hole to pull it in closer. So we'll remedy those problems and then see what we get. All right, here is what we have. 2 little brackets. And now I guess the only thing to do is to try to hook the grill onto them. And I'm thinking, which is the dangerous part, that I'm probably gonna have to hook the top up first, and then we'll get the bottom ones to wherever they need to go. Now, I already see that, what do I want to say? It's a good thing that I left some adjustment because they're in too far. So I did leave a second hole. And if this isn't going to work right, then probably what I'll have to do is cut the space out between them and make it a slot like the original. Because the original were in fact slotted. I'm going to move these out to the outer hole. We're dealing with so much imperfect stuff. That's our problem. You know, we can't, the tractor's not square anymore. And that's just the way she is. Let's try that. Oh yeah, I think that will work. Okay, we're gonna bolt the top in, then we're gonna try to get the bottom in. We might have to finagle our brackets around to get it the way we want it. I also wonder if maybe yeah, I think what I need to do is I need to actually, it does need to be bolted up under this plate to be right. It can't be on top of that other nut. That's a little too much space, so we'll fix that. So we're gonna need an 11/16 and a 5/8, I would say. I gotta go get an 11. Custom fab. Just gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah. We're getting her figured out, I promise. Now we gotta get this loose. That's tight. I'm hoping I can tighten that from underneath at the end. You know, for a final tightening, because I'm not going to have any idea where to make it fall otherwise. So that's my hope and my goal. Will I meet it? I don't know. Also, if the battery on the camera should die in the meantime, I'm probably going to finish what I'm doing without recording. So, psych yourself up for that. Let's see, I said it had to be the longest hole. I'm going to bet it's supposed to be even. I wonder if that's the case, you know? That would be pretty neat if it was. That it worked out where that was the angle. If you follow that angle, you win. I'm having no luck here at all. This turn. Ratcheting wrench, I wish I had you. I was dumb, didn't bring it along. We're gonna try that. Let's see if we can't follow suit on this side. Oh man, they just did not give you a lot of room in here, you know? Did not give a lot of room. That is pain. I am understanding the slot theory though now. You probably bolt it to the grill and then you crawl underneath and you adjust the slot. You know, get everything bolted up close. All right, we're gonna see how this strikes us. I think it's gonna work once we get our top piece bolted back in. Which was easier said than done, if I recall. Get one side started. Sure. Look at Freddie. Look at him. Would you just look at him? I'm honing in on the secret formula. It's not easy though, I'll tell you that. I almost feel like that one, ouch, should be on the inner set of holes. All right, now if that was bolted solid, let's bolt this real quick, and then I think we'll be set. All right, let's quickly appreciate what we have here because we're about out of battery. But the grill on Freddie is now structurally sound. We have 4 mounting points like original. These brackets made it super duper solid down here at the bottom. The fit could be slightly better, but that's cosmetic at this point. We will worry about that kind of stuff when we do the final body work and try to clean this up and paint it. Probably a day before we want to take it somewhere, like to a show. Because we still need to grind all this stuff down and whatever. But it's solid enough now that I am not afraid to take it out and rake hay with it or whatever I decide to do without having fear of losing any of those inserts. So I think it's a lot probably tougher than it was originally, but yeah, so we're good to go there, and Freddie is complete on the grill front. We just need to do some more cosmetic stuff to him, and he's getting better all the time. Anyway, yeah, GoPro battery was totally dead, but Freddie's good to go. And we should be ready to do some more with him in the future. So that's where we're gonna leave this one. Do you enjoy seeing a basic white man in his middle 30s struggling at life? If so, hit that thumbs up and leave us a comment, because all of that stuff is supposed to help us out and grow the channel, and we can keep making more stuff like what you just saw. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.